Hello everyone, welcome back to my booktube. I'm a romance reader and I love all things to do with books, so if you like this sort of content, don't forget to subscribe and let's get into the video. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a reading journal setup and what my goals are for reading in 2025. So if you want to see my reading journal setup and what my goals are, then just keep watching this video. So I've got my tablet, this is where my reading journal is. I don't have a physical version, I have a digital version just because then I can reuse it and start all over again instead of making a new one because I can't be arsed. So this is my digital one. So I use an app called Kilo Notes, and on here you can create up to five different notebooks for free, and then obviously after that you have to pay for it. But I downloaded a digital reading journal from Etsy and it was only like £1 something, and all the pages are already done, so you just need to download it and then obviously set it up in your app. So for example, this is the front of it. Now it was just plain with the colour, the ombre and stuff of the reading journal, and then I just added these images of the stickers just to make it stand out a little bit more. So I made that bit myself, but the rest of it obviously is all it. So let me just turn it around so hopefully you can see it like this because I haven't got another setup to do it with. So this one is just says thank you for it, and then in this bit it says your index, and then you have like your yearly reading goals, and then you have your bookshelf, which I'm going to keep that. I'm not going to like edit that. I'm not going to delete it. I'm going to just keep doing that till it's filled up. And then here it says you can put your currently reading on it. You can do your favourite quotes of your books, favourite books that you've put in, which I need to add on to that, but that's fine. You can do book of the month, so in each one, which I might actually do that for next year instead, because I only started this in like September, so I thought, well, what's the point in doing it for a yearly one? I'm going to do it for 2025 instead, so my best book of January, February, March, etc, etc. Then it also tells you your reading log, which I have not filled in this, like I say, because I thought what's the point. So we've done that, we've got them as well. We've also got this, we've also got like little challenges in there. For example, this one, by the end of November I wanted to read at least 10 books, which I ended up doing, and I was so surprised I did, but I did. I just didn't colour this one in, so I ended up reading 10 books, which were ebooks and physical as well, so I obviously coloured it in. So you have little challenges in there as well. You can do a 25 book challenge, you've got the 50 book challenge, etc, etc, and then you've got like a bingo card in here. And then you've got your book libraries, which you can fill all your books in, and then obviously your book reviews as well, which I'm going to keep in there just so I can remind myself what I ended up reading in 2024. Well, say 2024, I only started it from September because I only bought it from September, so I'm going to keep them on there. I just need to add in actually my review of The Christmas Wish, because I said I wasn't going to finish it by the end of the year, but I did. I managed to finish it before even New Year's Eve. So it's New Year's Eve as I'm filming this, but I managed to finish it on the 28th, I think, because I just saw it on Christmas Day and read like half of it. I just saw it all the way through and just read it all. And then I had like 2 or 3 chapters left to go. So yes, I did actually manage to finish it. So yeah, I'm going to fill that in now. I'm going to try and show you how I do it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but hopefully you can. So we need to get rid of these now. January, we're going to get rid of them. 24 books. My reading goal for this year, let me think. Number of books read last year. I read 24 books. So I want to read at least 30 books this year. We're just going to give ourselves. What's holding me back from reading? Work. Other commitments. Things that will help me stick to my goals. Goals achieved, completed on, number of books read, thoughts. Right, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to do January. This year's reading goals. We'll just put start date as the 1st of January 2025. And then I'll put 2024 there so I remember. So my attempt is 30 books. Whether I read 30 books, I don't know. So then we're going to go down to that one. What have I already... Reading wish list. Right, I definitely want to get to Butcher and Blackbird. Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I'm going to add in the books that I am wanting to buy. I've bought Hooked, so I can kind of get rid of that now. The setup hits different once upon a leap year. These all sound good. I also want to get Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams. The Crash by Friedel, Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. We also want to go The First Time Caller. My favourite books. I need to put in Twisted Games in that. So I'm going to go to here, Twisted Games. What was the other book that I rated 5 stars in this year? Oh, we've got like Freedom McFadden's, but I think Never Lie was the best one, so I'm going to put Never Lie in, I think, as well. Because that was my first book by her, but that was my favourite book. I think that's topped it all. So we've got Twisted Games. And we've got Never Lie. And we're going to put here, we're going to put 2024, I think. Just so I remember this is for 2024 and not 2025. I'm gonna delete that now because I've obviously already done my little book challenge, but we can definitely do it again another year, another time. So we're just gonna rub that out. We need to review this one. So, Christmas Wish, the Christmas Wish. I think I finished it on the 29th of December. I'm sure I did. It's easy for me to see now. Obviously I'm going to start it as fresh from 2025, so it's going to be full all the way from January to December, whereas this year I only started it from September, so it was kind of like a bit pointless. So yes, I have a reading journal on here. I did have a physical journal as well, but there is no point. So yes, that is my journal now set up. Like I said, there wasn't much to set up just because obviously I'd only started it in September, so there wasn't much to take away. So that is all ready for 2025 now, and that's going to be a brand new, fresh start right from the beginning of the year instead of halfway through it. So that is what I'm going to be doing for my reading journal. Then also what I'm going to be trying to do is save money for new books or whatever I want to do. So for example, if I read a book that has, so this one has 456 pages, I'll transfer that into 456 pence. So that's £4.56 for example. So whatever month I've read that book in, I'm going to be putting it into a separate wallet. So for example, it'll have January on it and I'll put 456 pence for this book, and then whatever the other ones are, I'll be putting that into it, and then so on throughout the month, and see how much I can save, because I thought that was a good idea. And I think if I start it from 2025, it's going to encourage me to keep reading a bit more, and I can also save to buy more books or whatever I want to do with it. So yes, that is my reading goals, I think, for this year. I'm hoping to read at least 30 books. Last year I only read about 24, which, because I had that massive slump in between the year, I think that's what hindered it, and then I sort of picked it up towards the end of the year. So hopefully I can read a little bit more this year, and 2025 will be a better reading year. But yes, I think that is everything. I'm hoping to fill this up quite a lot with book reviews and my wish list and what I'm currently reading and my reading goals and everything else, and it then be a little bit more fuller for next year rather than being half-hearted. I also want to make mini books as well this year again, but I need to figure out a way to do it without having a fucking printer, which is going to be hard. And I also want to buy like a proper shadow box for it, so then I can see them properly. But we'll get to that in the end hopefully, and I can do that, and then I can show you at the end of the year that I've made a little box or a little shadow box with all these mini books in and what I've read in that year. Because currently the one that I have is just, they're a bit shitty, but also I don't have a printer full to carry them on which is unfortunate. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know how many books you want to read this year, or what your reading goals are and your intentions in the comments below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.